Well, hello, welcome to this week's ITL. Oh, yes. This week, actually, not a whole lot's been going on, except because, well, most of Mike came down with food poisoning on top of everything. Fantastic, right? Yeah, Frank came down with food poisoning. Fun and games, fun and games. Yeah, food poisoning. Come down with it. Actually, this week, I haven't done much radio stuff due to being sick with food poisoning. Lucky I didn't end up in a hospital. But some things I wanted to talk about, point out, address. Noticed a lot online, not just on YouTube, but actually online. And yes, it's actually, you can see, a lot to do with this. My lovely Baofeng, my UV5R. And it also does address this. You might say, wow, what is that? You've never seen that. Oh, yeah, what is it? It's a radio. Yeah, this is out of my little stash. This is actually, you can get these, well, this one actually, it's a ONN. I don't know how you say that, but it's an ONN. You can get these at Walmart. I got this one actually at Ollie. Paid $5 for it. It's a FRS radio, one of those cheapos you give to kids or whatever. It's one of those ones you carry in your pocket for while you're hunting or fishing and stuff. You don't need a license. It's supposed to do like 15 miles for communication. You're not going to get 15 miles in town. You're lucky to get half a mile. But you don't have to have a license to operate with these. It's good to throw to a friend. Have two of them to talk together. I forget how many channels they have, but they have a handful of channels. They all communicate with each other. But yeah, that's what's coming. I'm going to be coming up with. You have FRS. You have GMRS. I think that's how it is. Which they are licensed. You have to get a license for those, but that is basically like a fishing license. You pay a fee, you fill out the forms, you send it in, and they send you back. Basically, believe they send you back with your license. They give you your license. Okay. Then you got your ham radio, which you start with your tech license and you get your tech ticket and you take your tests. So you gotta take a physical test, and then you apply. Then you can apply, get your general. Then you take your little test. Then you can go for the next one. You take a little test, and then you're done. But every so many years you gotta reapply, pay them the money. Okay. But still, the FCC governs over rules of everything. FCC still grandpawing, looking over everything. They're still the government, okay? And what goes along with everything is also along with it is the CB radio, okay? They're mixed in with it with the bands, okay? And CB radio is free. You can talk and just buy the CB radio. Now, you the question comes about: can you use these to talk to these? No. Can you talk these with these? Well, you could talk to this and listen to this. Yeah, you could do that. That's illegal. But you can't talk with this and listen to this. No. No. Okay? The FCC says these cannot communicate with these. Period. Period. Same with GMRS. They don't talk to these. No. I really can't know about these with GMRS. I don't get into that, so I really couldn't tell you the rules of that. But the rules with these talking to these, no. FCC says no. That's what was the stink about these in the past. No, these do not talk to these. These can listen to these, but these cannot talk to these. Now, can these physically, not legally, can these physically talk to these? I'm not saying legally. Can these physically talk to these? Yeah. These can talk to these physically. But the FCC says no. So you can program these, but they're not allowed to. Okay? So, if all else fails, if the worlds have gone on to something awful, say the cell phones are all out, the world's gone off to Crazyville, and there's no way to communicate except for these talking to these, then you can. Then you can talk to these. Can talk to these. So basically, I'm going to show you something. You can hear that.
Channel mode.
Okay, you can hear that's on. Okay, you can hear that's on physically. And yes, you can hear this one's talking. That one's talking. Now, I'm not going to make this one talk to this one. Oh no, that's not legal. But this one can hear this one. Okay, this one can hear. It's legal for it to hear, just not talk. So, physically, so technically, say wait for me. Say if Dad had a bunch of these and gave them to his children to go out and play out in lower the woods area, and they're out playing there and playing hide and go seek. And Dad had one of these and wanted to listen in on them. Dad can have him out listening to him, have him down the lower channel while he's talking to his friend up in the upper channel. And he can do that. He can do that. Long he's not talking to him. He can do that. And be in perfect law-abiding citizen. And Sad Ham can't come in and say anything. But you just cannot talk to him. Not unless the world has gone off into time to kill the zombies and there's nobody else to talk to each other. I hope we can get that off because that's a lot of bad information has been spread out because there's a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you can do that. You can talk to each other." No, you can't. No, you can't. You need to start reading the rules here. You need to start reading the rules here. I'll tell you what I've been seeing on YouTube, a lot of bad information is being spread all over the place. And YouTube's really starting to slide downhill quality. I can do a better job lots of times with my. Right now, all I'm using is my cell phone, and a lot of these bigger channels look like they're using less than a cell phone. I don't know about this. Well, either way, I hope I'm doing better this next week because this food poisoning is going downhill. This wasn't Mike, hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.